Hello. Happy Friday. I hope you all are well. Um, Normally, Friday night is global recap of global events, headlines, all that kind of stuff. It is not tonight. Tonight is part 2 of Future Paths. So uh, we're just going to get to it. Okay. Like I said, I have a list. They're not in any particular order. And I'm just going to go down the list and start knocking them out. And Debbie, I did get your message and I added you. My apologies that you were not on the list. So, okay. Yes, hello. You will probably see a new deck tonight. So I'm going to slowly introduce to you guys new decks. And the pictures will be different. The meaning does not, okay? So, I'm fine, Dumpling. There's a whole lot to those layers. Okay, so first on the list tonight, actually, Dumpling, you're the first on the list tonight. So let's get to it. Pardon the interruptions. My family's getting a late dinner tonight, and they're in and out. So hello to all of you. All right, so Dumpling, let's get into yours. Future Paths Part 2. Remember, you'll get 3 oracle cards, and then we'll pull tarot in storybook fashion, and it gives us just in general reading. Okay, so Dumpling, you are first tonight. Okay. My phone is beeping. All right, it's Miss Nadia. It's fine. Let me mute this so it doesn't bother you all. Okay. Now, if this deck bothers you and it doesn't resonate with you, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt because I'm trying to use multiple decks. If you've seen most tarot readers, they have multiple decks, and I have a couple that doesn't resonate with me, but most of them do. And I try not to wear out my decks too fast with energy because then I have to retire them and it costs money to keep ordering them, and some of them are not cheap. But I like these. They're beautiful. They're a little more modern, less cartoony, and I will do my best to explain what you're saying, okay? So, Miss Dumpling, one of the possibilities of your future path, and this is in this lifetime. Gail said she got a little confused and she thought I was doing readings on future lives. No, because we're not coming back here. I don't want to reincarnate, and I hope that, you can if you want to. That's your free will. No, this is possible paths that we can take from here on out in this lifetime. in these meat sacks that we were given this round, okay? So this is not future lives. I don't want to get into that either. We got to deal with this one first. Let's get that one under control first, okay? So Dumpling, your first oracle card is study. All right. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Now, remember the other day we talked about the term career can mean a humanitarian project or just what you're interested in, your hobbies, anything that leads you and draws you towards something. So just think career is a very broad term, okay? Your second one, Spirit says it's about nutrition. It says you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Is Dumpling a good cook? Maybe you dab a little bit in natural herbs or something like that. It's possible. And your third one, honey, is support. And it's just letting you know that your higher self, your life purpose fully supports you. Your higher self and your guides um, totally support you. I thought I spell her name, Dumpling. Yeah, anybody that's not familiar with who I'm talking about sugar glumpkins. It was a mistake one of the first times I started my show, and I looked at it and read it too fast, and she just became dumpling to me because it's a southern term, and it resonated, and she said she was fine with that. So as long as my dumpling is still okay with me saying that, then that's okay by me. But I'm talking about sugar glumpkins, okay? All right. All right, honey. So those were your oracle cards, and now here's your tarot in storybook form, okay? All right. Your first card is Four of Wands. So when this card comes up, it's a celebration. It's getting together and just with your loved ones. Normally, I would say this is a marriage card. So maybe, I haven't looked at the rest of it yet. It would be the I'm getting married. Okay. But if it doesn't, it just means coming together with people that you love and having a celebration. So that's your first one. All right. The second one is Ace of Coins, which means Ace of Pentacles in this, which means great new abundance. This is um, money and a gift from the universe is coming towards you, so money is not going to be a problem. You will absolutely have everything that you need to cover your goals and what you want to do. Okay, Seven of Wands, beautiful. That's your standing firm. That's your King of the Hill card, standing your ground, knowing what you believe in, and going up against if you get backlash from this, okay? You're just going to stand up and go, no, this is what I'm going to do, and ain't nobody going to stop me, okay? All right. Eight of Coins. Now, when I say coins, it means pentacles. A lot of tarot start using different terminology. I will always try to correct until either maybe you already know because other tarot readers use those terms as well. Coins mean pentacles, okay? Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is your worker bee card. Torches being passionate, you got some work to do and you're going to get in there and get it done. And it seems like your energy is good to get it done, okay? Now, this next card, I don't want you, well, actually, it's the next two because they're quite interesting because a lot of times they go together. First is the Justice card, meaning just understanding that justice is going to be served. Maybe you've gone through something in your life and you just felt like you got the short end of the stick. It will balance itself out, finding balance and understanding that justice will be served. Sometimes when the Justice card comes up, we may not like the answer, but it is just in the eyes of Spirit, okay? All right. Now, your next one is the Judgment card. You could be going through a physical battle here in the justice system, and it's just telling you judgment will be served and you will get the justice for it. If it's not a physical case that you're going through, it could be spiritual judgment, meaning we get to look at a lot of people at the end of this and go, I wasn't crazy, and justice will be served. Judgment, it's basically your reward at the end of the day. But remember, judgment can also be movement, moving forward, getting beyond what you've had to deal with. Okay. Wow. This is cute. I love these little cards. Look at that little precious little. The Page of Cups basically means you're excited about something new. Now, remember, in Rider Waite, that's a little dude that holds the cup and the little fish pops up. He gets excited, maybe even startled or shocked about what he sees coming. He didn't realize how good it is. These are good things coming. And you actually end on another baby page. All right. And a Page of Swords. He's very strategic about his new endeavor. He's very smart. He uses his wits, his thoughts, his words, and he or she creates a very good, balanced future. Just just meaning that I'm going forward and in my endeavor, and it's going to be great because you have a balance within your spirit. Dumpling, these are beautiful cards, honey. There's no negativity. They didn't actually really warn a whole lot. The most you had out of a warning was the Seven of Wands, meaning stand your ground if you get some pushback. Okay? So I hope that resonated with you. So that is dumplings. All right. You're welcome, precious. All right. That was a good precious, not a bad one. I promise. I know. I'm quite drained. There's just a whole lot of onion layers going on around here. Not not exactly fun times. Babies have been puking and fevering and just tired of sickness. And Lee was going to work this morning and said that the roads were nothing but a sheet of ice. And that's just a little tip of the iceberg. Just a whole lot going on. Okay, now that's okay, Brianna. It's okay. It's all right, Michael. I'm gonna do a few tonight. I may not do as many as I did on Wednesday, but it's all right. I'm gonna do it. I Dumpling, what you can do is send good energy healing. I started to cry before the show, and I'm like, oh, just overloaded. I don't like it when these babies are sick. And then Harley got spiritually attacked again, and it's a lot. So just send good energy and good vibrations, and that it'll all wrap up. And it wears you out. I mean, exhausted. And it doesn't change my energy for reading for you. I still have clarity and I know I can read. It's just sometimes it's a lot. And trying to find balance. I'm married to a Libra, and he tries to find balance for me. And it's hard. Hi, Jay. Okay. All right, Dumpling. So we got you, sweetie. All right. So I have Nadia. You still said push you back. So I'm going to put you on the back burner. All right. And Joe's with you. Joe, do you want yours or do you want me to push yours back too? You guys have got to tell me. The Three Musketeers are in Kentucky partying it up tonight, so y'all send them some love. That's just trouble. I'm glad they can get together. And can you imagine when we all get together? Katie barred the door. All right. Okay. So next would be Dragonfly. Our Miss Dragonfly. How is it in New York, Dragonfly? Are you in here? Are you snowed in? Wait on her. Thanks, Deb. All right. All right. Dragonfly. I want to get people that are live in the chat. I know that may seem unfair to people, but I think it's important. Just like on Wednesday, we did Sean because I knew he wasn't going to make it tonight. And I jumped over a couple people to get to him, but I think that that was the right thing to do. Okay. All right. So is Dragonfly in here? I heard they were going to get a crap ton of snow in New York. So just wondering if she was. Okay. All right. You know what? I didn't change the chat. That's why I'm not seeing it all. Ugh, give me a minute, guys. I'm just behind. Okay. Gail, self-care. Honey, I don't know what else I can do. It's just that self-care can only go so far. You're one person and you help take care of 7 more in your house, plus all the animals. And then I always make sure that I'm available for you guys when I can. And if I haven't gotten back to you, I haven't forgotten about you. I have a list of things that I need to do. But, you know, the reason I haven't really responded to a lot of people today is because when it's that chaotic in my house, I just need a minute. So, no, Dan, I do not. No, I do not. No whiskey and a joint here. We don't do that. And what I will say is I don't have a problem if you decide to do that. I just need good energy or more energy. It's just a lot. 3 littles running around, and when they start puking from one end of the house to the other, you guys have been mamas and daddies. Maybe not currently with littles, but grandbabies or whatever. You remember those days, and if you're not a parent, I mean, you know somebody, or maybe you took care of nieces or nephews or whatever. All right? Yeah, I know. I feel it. I do feel it. It's just, and it's still these solar energy flares, and they're actually good. They're good flares. We are healing from the natural sun. We're not used to it. Mother Gaia is putting out new energy, and these meat sacks can't handle it. So, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So, Dragonfly, let's get your oracles out. All right. And I have a best friend to my teenage daughter who had to go to a funeral. Some of the other energy that we've had, I'm not going to put negative energy out. I'm requesting positive energy. Her high school sweetheart, he's 17 years old, and put a bullet in his head a couple of days ago. When I say it rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. So getting them through those systems and of why people make the decisions in their soul contracts and trying to explain what soul contracts are, not always easy. All right. Miss Dragonfly, I have your oracle cards. Okay. Brandon's eating bacon donuts, or you want to. Bacon donuts. Is that like one of those maple bacon donuts? I can't eat that kind of stuff. All right. You don't have to shush, Brianna. We know you're just yapping. All right. No, my phone's blinking. Hold on. Is it Nadia yelling at me? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, Michael, I highly recommend it. I have it myself. I highly recommend it. Don't push it too hard. There, with MMS, do not push the doses until you know how your body is going to react to it, because it can also, through the cleansing process and the detox, it can also make you very sick because you're getting rid of that. Don't push it too hard. If it says increase a drop a day, back off. Some people only need a couple of drops a day, and others want 25. And if you want to taste like you're drinking bleach, then go for it. But for Charlie, that's okay. Go easy. He's tiny, so go easy on with it. But it will help him as well. Yep, absolutely. I highly recommend it. It is very powerful stuff. All right. Let's get Dragonfly going here. Wow. We'll be breaking some chains, Miss Dragonfly. Because you've been through it. Okay. All right. All right. So, Dragonfly, your oracles is time to decide. I don't think we've had this one yet. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Well, there's some wands for you and your intuition. Okay. Your second one is strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Never met you before in my life, but I can already see and feel that. Your third one is author. We've had that a couple of times. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Boy. Well, we're going to be filling some libraries. We all got something to say. All right. All righty. All right. Now, don't freak out when I tell you your first card with your tarot, okay? It's just the devil. It's overcoming those adversities. And first of all, don't be so hard on yourself, because you're breaking the chains away from being held back from what you need to do. Okay. That doesn't mean that you've accepted the devil. That's not what that's saying. It just means you're overcoming what's been thrown at you, and you're breaking the chains to get away from it. All right. The next card explains that. The Nine of Cups, that's the guy in the bar, salute, coming together as a collective, and hey, cheers, we're celebrating. That's what you're doing. Because you breaking those chains, you're going to be able to celebrate with your loved ones, with your collective. Okay. King of Cups. Now, upright position, it just means that determined to get what you want. If there's something that you want and desire, you absolutely go get it, and you're very successful. Okay. He's sipping on some champagne. Okay. Eight of Wands. What you've been going through now and what you'll go through later, those positive celebratory things, the Eight of Wands coming very quickly. Those are the wands that are in the line, in the Rider-Waite, that absolutely are aligned and balanced and coming quickly. So you're balancing out your life, and all those good celebratory times are coming very, very fast. Yeah. Do not let your past bother you. When you're celebrating, do not let the ego convince you of the Five of Cups. Remember, that's the depression and feeling loss. And that's the guy looking down, and he's focused on what's spilled over in front of him, but he's not paying attention how good you've got it behind your back. Do not focus on maybe you've had to cut ties with somebody in the future. When you start celebrating, you've had to end something. Do not take the loss. You take the celebration. Always take the positive over the negative. You guys know that. All right. The Lover's card. Look at that fancy card. It doesn't have to be lovers meaning romantically, because I don't get that here. You do have a lot of support, but lovers is contract and making choices. and it will bring you euphoria. So the choices that you've made in the future leads to greater choices that will bring you joy. Okay? So you're doing everything the way you're supposed to do it. You're manifesting those positive things. Wow. The strength card comes in. That just means you don't question your own strength. You've made all the right choices and you're very stronger for it. Okay? Now, Three of Cups, you have another celebration card. That's the three that are together celebrating. Cheers. You're going to do this with your collective. You're going to do it with family. You're going to just do it in general. All these celebrations, you've been going through a lot of crap, but you're going to come out on top for it. Okay? All that work and time and energy and dealing with that Five of Cups and that loss and depression is not going to stick around. Don't let it. Okay? You're going to be just fine. Okay. All righty. So Dragonfly, that was yours. I don't see you in here. I could just be blind as that. But that's all right. It does sound good, doesn't it, Dumpling? Yeah, she's going to be fine. She goes through a lot. Well, we all do. But for what she's been going through, she's going to be fine. Okay. Let me mark this off here. All right. I have... Wait, let me get this column done. Hold on. Nope. We're waiting on that one, waiting on that one. Okay. Well, that's funny. Go back up to the top on the first column. Guess who that is? That's hubby. That's Lee. I put him in here too. We're going to do hubbies. Y'all want to know what Lee's future is? That'd be cool. All right. All righty. You want to hear Lee's? Okay. Well, we'll see what's in store for this Libra. All right. I know most people say, well, you could do his anytime. Move on to somebody else. No, he's part of this family too. The male stripper. Wow, Michael, you already putting that in there, aren't you? Okay. Sorry. I don't see that one, but okay. How are we supposed to know? He doesn't care for it, but whatever. How are we supposed to know? Yes, Gail, it's chlorine dioxide. All righty. Let's do Lee's tarot cards. I can see the first two, but the last one makes me crack up. But you never know. Because we don't exactly know. Oh boy, Dumpling. All right, let's see what Magic Mike Lee's future looks like. Of course. Wow. Yeah, this is him. Tarot, this is him. The two oracles, the first two I can see. The last one's a little bit funny, but that's okay. You're welcome, Dragonfly. All right, so this is Lee's. His first one is for oracles is animals, and that's very true. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. We're very much into fur babies, wild or otherwise. Okay. Second one, environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Well, that's because his wife also breathes down his throat about it. But yeah. The last one I have to chuckle a little bit. His third oracle is yoga. I also breathe down his neck about this. It says your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. Uh, Maybe after a med bed, but interesting. All right. Lee's Tarot. That's his path, not mine. Lee's Tarot. For Mr. Libra himself. The first card is Justice. Absolute fair judgment no matter what happens. He seeks justice no matter where he goes. Always balancing out the scales. That's a Libra for you. Unfortunately, you want to balance it out for the rest of the world, but you got to go within to balance your own self out. And Libras don't want to do that. Work in progress. King of Cups. It's King of Cups is about setting boundaries, but looking for diplomacy. I mean, you're looking for, I'm going to go get what I want as long as it's fair and just. Always remember to set boundaries to protect yourself and protect those around you. But when you know something is just and you know it's needed, you go for it. Okay? King of Swords. He's got kings in here. He thinks it's royalty. All right? King of Swords. Yeah. Seeking justice. The King of Swords is about justice and the scales of justice. Absolutely realizing that your moral compass is more important than your emotions. You may not like the outcome of a justice ruling, but you understand that the ethical part and the moral values over anything about getting justice is more important than how you feel about it. What is the right thing to do? Okay? Yeah. And some of the rulings may come in the form of the Five of Cups, and that's great loss, disappointment, depression. Okay? Things that, maybe you've been through in your lifetime that have brought loss and disappointment. You need to set that aside and remember all the good things that you still got going on. Okay? Even though that there may have been some rulings of the justice system that you didn't like, whether it's personal or out there in the world, you're still fine. They were made for the right ethical reasons. Beautiful Ace of Wands. Just absolutely being motivated to go get what you want, just like the kings in this. You are totally focused, and if I'm going to run this race, I'm going to do it to win it. In it to win it. All right? All right. The Magician. He's not a trickster in this. He's well aspected. It means I'm going for it. Learning your higher position. He can be a teacher, he could be a doctor, but you're manifesting. You're a manifester. You're manifesting the reward of the work that you've put in, is what you're doing. All right. Well, this is him. This is my military guy here. Knight of Wands. That means even the motorcycle instead of a horse in this. He's a bucky horse and he's charging forward and he is fearless in what he does. I'm going for it. Even if I have to lose every damn thing I've got, I'm going for it. Well, that's Lee. Yep. Page of Swords. Wow, interesting. All right. That sounds about like a Libra too. Being very strategic of what you're going after. Understanding what you want and thinking about how you're going to get it and just absolutely going for it. Okay. He just walked through here and I'm doing his own reading. He probably doesn't even know I'm doing his reading. He was in the other room. So that's all right. He can go back and watch it. So, yeah. There was Lee's. Yep. Yeah. You're right, Dumpling. Yep. We are our own individuals, but we absolutely support one another. I take care of my king. He takes care of his queen. And actually, he stopped using the term queen. He says, no, you're the empress. And I went, oh, ta-da. All right. All right. Now, Miss Gail. All right, Trouble, you ready? Did you know that I was doing your reading? I just did it. You can go back and watch the replay.
No, I don't want to watch the replay.
Wow. Listen to Sass here. Mm-hmm.
You can't do it while I'm here.
You are here and you know I'm live, so don't you use that as an excuse. Just
Hey.
Guys. No, I just did your reading. They were totally supportive of you. Mr. Justice card comes right up off the bat.
Libra's rock.
Yeah.
Libra's rock.
Libra's rocks, all right. Rattling around. Okay.
That's marbles, not rocks.
Okay. All right. He is feisty. They're talking to you. That's what happens when you don't participate in the show, you know?
Well,
just saying.
Every other time I do.
No.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, go on, Magic Mike. Go on. He was a mob hitman, you think? Well, it could be. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. If we do that to each other all the time, that's how we find balance to not kill each other. In a good way. We just pick on each other, and it brings balance to us. All right, Miss Gail, let's get this done. All right. Alrighty. Deliverance. Are you going to start playing the banjo, Michael? Really? Uh-oh. Cute. Well, Gail, we got one that came back up here. All right. For your oracles. All righty. Yeah, don't let our bickering and picking on each other scare you off. All right, Miss Gail, tell me. See about you. What part of deliverance? Is there a pig involved? Nope. All right. Miss Gail, do you have patience? Quite interesting. Ending one thing in your life and starting something new doesn't look too appealing and fun to you. But guess what, Miss Gail? Your first one that came up was the nutrition card again. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. You cooking too? Well, you know what, guys? When we all get together, I used to be a caterer. We know who's going to be doing our cooking. All right. Second one, energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life's purpose. Maybe you use food to heal people. You know, get all this garbage out of our food. Wouldn't that be cool? All right. Your third one, you're on the right path. It says keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You're a good manifester. You study herbs. Well, there you go. There you go. All right, Now, Tarot is not disagreeing with you, but Tarot has some good advice for you. Temperance. That's the angel card in the Rider-Waite deck. That's finding balance within yourself and being patient with yourself that you're not going to learn this all in one day, okay? Take your time, balance yourself out, and it will happen, okay? And it's okay. Find the balance in your life to be able to do these things. All right. Four of Pentacles, meaning holding on to what you believe. But remember, this is advice about being very strategic of how you use your finances as well. Okay. So we've been getting a lot of that. Like, don't let somebody hoodwink you into, hey, why don't you invest in my stuff? With humanitarian, a lot of us are getting the advice, be careful who you trust. Okay? All right. All right. Ace of Swords. You've gotten a lot of clarity recently, and it's only going to increase with your intuitive ability. It just, Ace of Swords, meaning swords are about thought process and what you know and what truth truly is. You're getting more clarity as time goes by, what's real, what's not real, and how to balance that within your own life. Okay. 8 of Cups. It's funny, this cute little pictures of dishes, and I thought, maybe she's going to be a good cook. 8 of Cups is moving towards a new beginning, but maybe just afraid to leave the past behind you. Like, oh, this is new. It can be kind of scary, but it's okay. Your future is here, and they want you to move forward. All right? Find the balance. Be patient with yourself. It's okay. All right. You've been through some stuff, and those feelings and emotions could come back up later. All right. 3 of Swords. That's the disheartenment and not just disappointment. You may have people in your future that will be disappointing to you. And with the advice of who you pay attention to and who you get involved with, because it looks like some could bring you great disappointment and heartache. And we don't want that. Okay. So use your discernment. All right. Yes. Well, great. Right beside of it is the Death card, which means it's a necessary ending to something and slow to change into a new one. So let the old ways go, slowly change and get the thought process with you that those old ways or those old acquaintances or family or whatever that you have to leave behind is okay to leave them behind because you're starting something new. It's just going to take some time to get used to it, but accept it. It's okay. All right. 4 of Cups. That's the guy that sits under the little tree daydreaming, and he may be wasting his time doing it. Stay focused on what the message truly is that you're waiting on. You don't get so focused of the daydream that you lose focus of what you should be doing. Okay. It's just wasteful time. Okay. So pay attention to what you're doing in your time. All right. All right. Knight of Swords. You got lots of swords. So just make sure that you move forward with a determination. Remember, that's a charging horse as well. At full speed, determination, and go for it because you're seeking truth and seeking justice and alignment. All right? You got a lot of balance cards here, but you can do it. Let the old stuff go and open your heart and your whole world to the new path. Okay? All right. So, Gail, that one was yours, honey. I hope that makes sense. You said you're studying herbs. Well, looks like you may be really moving forward with that in your future. Maybe teach people how to harvest them. I'll work with you on that. I love apothecary with the natural plants and how to cook them, use them. There are some things that you can use one way and they're absolute poison. And there's things you can use another way and they're absolute blessings and healings. Just got to know what you're doing. And you got to be able to trust who's doing it, right? All right. Good. Well, Gail, it says you're right on track, sweetie. All right. Let's see. Who's next? I don't want to scratch out the names that are waiting because that'll throw me off. All right. So now we have Miss Caroline. Miss Caroline's our sneaky one that's always in the background. She's probably here. All right. Miss Caroline been doing our beautiful thumbnails. Beautiful. I never try to second guess her. I know she was waiting for me to send her a new list of names that have joined the family, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. I apologize, Caroline. Jay's cleaning. Victoria needs a butler. Jay, that's awesome. Making medicines. Yeah, like herbal medicines, not the chemicals and big pharma. Isn't that awesome? All right. Yes, Miss Caroline. We love her. Her artistic abilities never cease to amaze me. All right. I just shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. She got that card too. Okay. That's all right. All righty. Joe's still not come back from the pond. Don't know what's keeping her. She might be skinny dipping, Deb. You never know. You gotta watch that one. You know, and her arm wrestling. My word. All right. Miss Caroline, you got cards flying out here. What are you doing here? Uh-oh. That one's not a pretty one to fly out. Let's find out what's going on. You got some fives. Well, you got 2 5s so far. That just means what you're going through right now will be short-lived and it won't stick around very long. So that's good. All right. So they also have great advice for you as well. All right. So let's do your oracles, Caroline. You also got nutrition. I shuffled and shuffled and it still comes in. I think we're probably going to be doing some greenhouse work and going back to Mother Gaia and working with her. I think that'll be very common within the community. So also with you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. It could just be apothecary skills as well, just understanding your herbs and what Mother Gaia has to offer from Terra. Okay. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. That just means as your intuitive ability grows, make adjustments in your life to make room for that, or you can kind of get stagnant. And we don't want to. We're here to grow. We're going within. The deeper we go within, it can get painful, it can get rough and stressful. It can also be beautiful and enlightening. And that's the part that we need to make adjustments and open ourselves up to that. The third one for you, Caroline, is crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Okay. So that has a lot to do with a future project. So understanding healing energy and how that works and how it can be connected to crystals and precious gems, very much a part of your future. All right. So this card is the one that got spit out in the beginning. It's the 5 of Wands. Now remember, that's the internal conflict. That's the guys fighting back and forth with the wands. Just understanding that there's friction there, maybe arguing with somebody over your future and how it's going to work. There may be some conflict there. Do not let it get you down with that 5 of Cups. That's the depression and loss. Don't focus on what they're trying to take from you. Focus on what you have and go with that. 2 5s means very short-lived. It won't last very long. 8 of Wands just says that. 8 of Wands is those fast, quick moving. It's coming fast. Once you can get over that internal conflict and all that stuff, it'll happen very, very quickly. Okay? Yeah. And you're the 9 of Wands too. That's that bucky horse in the other deck, but popping a wheelie on the motorcycle in this one just means no fear charging forward. You're going to go for it because you don't have fear anymore. All right. Wow. 10 of Coins, which is 10 of Pentacles. That's your treasure chest in the other deck, and that's full of abundance and a gift from the universe. Money is not going to be an issue. It's just lasting security all the way around. It's like there's a little tree. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. Money grows on trees. Maybe. You're not going to have to worry about money. That will not be an issue for your project. Queen of Swords. Remember, she's willing to fight when she needs to fight, but she'd rather have peace. She's a strategic thinker about getting justice. She always wants to make sure that justice is served and it's served properly. I will fight you to get it, but I'd rather you just surrender and understand who the boss is. Okay? Oh, how about we not fly across the river? All right. Now, 4 of coins. So with the abundance card of money, it also recommends with the 4 of coins, 4 of pentacles, is the guy holding on to it, being very strategic and using your noggin when it comes to how it's spent, who works with you, who gets it. So you're going to hold on to it. Be very, very strategic. But overall, absolute full confidence with the strength card that you're going to charge through this because you know that you can do it. Okay? So, Miss Caroline, I hope that resonates with you. I know a little bit about what you're working on in the future. That's not my place to say. And it looks like it's going to be just fine. All right? All righty. That's beautiful, that base card. They said, go ahead and give Caroline her base card. It's the Empress. That's Mama saying, you have the intuitive ability to be able to do this. It's going to be just fine. Take charge, full of abundance, independent, sovereign. You're going to be fine. All right. So that was Miss Caroline. Wow, we've gone almost an hour. My word. All right. All right. You're welcome, honey. All righty. All righty. Now, let's see. We have Miss Renee. All right. I know Miss Renee is probably going to have to do the replay. All right. It was a very good reading. Very beautiful. Me too, Jay. Not easy to deal with. All right. All right. So if I time this right, I'm going to do, let's see. I'll do Renee's. And then I'm going to do Miss Charlotte. And I may stop there because I still want to do oracles. And then that leaves us pretty much just enough to do for Monday's show. It should be fine unless I forgot somebody else. All right. So Miss Renee. And if I haven't got to yet, I promise you, you're here. And I added Debbie. All right. Oracles for Miss Renee. And I know there's a lot of worldly news going on out there in the world. I just don't know that we need to worry about global events right now because they're all a bunch of smoke screens and it'll happen when it happens. And we don't need to let it get us angry. We just let the movie play out. It'll end when it ends. Right now we're working on us. That's what we're doing. All right. All right. Final shuffle. Miss Renee. You're going to have some patience, Miss Renee. Interesting. Okay. Well, still good cards. Good advice. We'll have to overcome some obstacles. All right. So your first oracle, I don't think we've had this one. It's called Body Work. And it says your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So working with the physical body. All right. Second one is leadership. Take charge of your situation. I'm getting your higher self says that means now. Third one, justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. All right. Now remember, we use that term career very loosely. All right. Who's messaging me? Yeah, I'm not going to keep going, Nadia. I'm going to stop. I'm going to do Renee's, and then I'm going to do Charlotte, and then Oracle's, and then I'm going to stop just because it's just been that kind of day. But I'll be back at it Monday morning. It's just been a long, long day. All right. So here's your tarot, Miss Renee. This is what we're going to get into. You got two cards side by side that when they come together, they're really emphasizing. That means the hangman, being in limbo, being very, very patient. I mean, you're making a sacrifice, but it's worth it. But you have to be patient. Okay. The situation that you're in and can advance to for a betterment is worth the wait if you're willing to sacrifice some time. The second one is temperance, being patient, finding balance within yourself and within your life. And if you can do that, it will work out. You will make it across the tightrope and you're going to be fine. All right. Have strength. Understand who you are and have confidence in yourself that you have the ability to get through to the other side. You're going to keep running this race, but you're going to get it right. It's going to be fine. I know what you're dealing with. Have patience. It'll happen. 10 of Cups. That means your wish will be granted and it will draw to an end. That means your wish is going to come true. Okay? It simply means that you're going to be able to celebrate in completion that you worked so hard and it came to an end. You're going to be okay. 4 of Wands, being grateful, togetherness. That means celebration. That's usually, it could be a marriage card there, but that a spouse will celebrate with you, or you're just going to celebrate within the community and you're still going to be happy. But they're great celebration no matter what. The Knight of Wands, this is who you need to be for the future and all the things that you want to get accomplished. Remember, Bucky horse, charging motorcycle, popping a wheelie, whatever. Fearless action. It just means moving forward with no fear. And I've got this. My creator is going to get me through this and it's not going to be a problem. We've got some warning cards here, some advice. 7 of Swords, meaning somebody is going to be kind of two-faced to you and try to convince you that you're wrong. This is the Thief card. They're going to try to steal your voice, and that's a sword card. That means steal your truth, steal your voice, and try to deceive you. You do not let anyone steal who you are. You have to know who you are, okay? 6 of Swords. This is much needed change. This is the moving away from troubled waters. Don't look back. Be in protective mode of starting a new beginning. Move out of the troubled waters that you're in. It's going to happen. Just be patient with yourself. Your future looks bright. You may just have some speed bumps along the way. Okay? So whether it's personal, financial, but you're going to have great support from the collective. Always pay attention to the thieves that could take it from you and manipulate you. Be patient with yourself. Be patient and understand that we handle things as they come. Okay? But take charge of your path. And if you're determined, you're going to be all right. We're going to break karmic cycles and we're going to be all right. All right. All right. So that was Miss Renee's. Now we're going to do Miss Charlotte. All right. We've got quite a dent in this. That sounds about right. How many we got left? Enough to do one more show after this. So we do good math. All right. All right. So Miss Charlotte. Kind of tickles me when we get some of the same oracle cards because it's a good sign that we're going to be working with each other. Oh, those are beautiful. I don't think we've had any of those yet, so that's cool. All right, Miss Charlotte, let's do your tarot. All right. Interesting. Just listening to your higher self. She had a lot to say. Wow. And it's going through some stuff. Well, you're going to come out of it okay. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. All right, Miss Charlotte. Here are your oracle cards. Your first one is spiritual teacher. It says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. So maybe you'll teach some meditation or something you're really good at that can bring peace and harmony to other people. Whatever that is to you. There's so many different forms out there. Maybe you'll teach other people. All right. The second one is builder. All right. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So you're just a creator in general. So maybe it's physically building. I mean, are you a carpenter or do you have the mindset and then you can hire somebody to do it? All kinds of things that it could be. Architectural things, hard to tell. It could be sculptural. Just give it a thought. All right. The last one is children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So maybe you'll work with some littles. All right. Now, here is your tarot, Miss Charlotte. Very, very strong, full of confidence with the strength card. Moving forward, charging, and being determined to get it done. So your situation right now may not allow it, but your thought process, getting that idea together, knowing who you are to get it done, you've got great strength. 7 of Wands. Now, remember, he's the king of the hill guy. You might have pushback from a lot of different people, but you're going to stand your ground and you're going to get this done. Maybe people, I don't know why people have to discourage all the time about hopes and dreams. You should encourage people. 9 of Wands. That discouragement brings being at your wit's end, just tired and exhausted and beat up and just want to kind of bring it to an end. Just tired, exhausted. Like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. But please understand, the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles means new abundance. Abundance can be absolutely money, but it can mean health. It could be new ways of doing things, but it's going to be in abundance, and it will be fine. The King of Wands. Absolutely. He's your go-getter. He's the one that slams the wand down, and he's a very independent when he says, I can do this and I'm going to do it by myself. He's just determined. He's a very determined person. Okay. Now, of course, you do have a little bit of advice here. All right. With the Devil card, we don't take advice from him. We just know that we need to break the chains to get away from him of old thought process that I can't do this, or you're self-doubting your circumstances. Well, I can't do this. You break the chains and move away from that. Get rid of that thought process, okay? Because you can do this. You're strong enough to do it. Page of Coins. So that's a Page of Pentacles. That means new opportunity will be given to you. Something you may have not thought about. It's all new to you. With baby pages, things are new. But that means manifesting something new coming to you. That's what that is. And your last card, well, hey, you can't go wrong with this. Miss Empress herself, the nurturing creator. Well, that goes with all of your cards, especially the littles. That's a mama bear, full of abundance and independence and willing to take on the world to be able to protect and be the mommy and the nurturer. And it doesn't have to be towards littles. It could be taking care of the elderly, just loving humanity in general. But that's the full heart of just caring for someone else. All right? Possibly in a physical capacity. All right? So, Miss Charlotte, that one was yours. All right? Yeah, she'll prevail. I like these cards, Kay. They're beautiful. They're called, won't we say it wrong? The Sun-Kissed deck. That means it's about bringing healing energy and purity into the cards. And I think they're pretty. They're kind of modernized. And if you want to take the Rider-Waite deck and put some kind of a modern twist on it, they're absolutely cool. I mean, these come with all the zodiac signs and what they are. I mean, to get into really full details, like if you had a private reading, I could use these decks to give you the full kit and caboodle on a reading, like for signs to look for. That's totally possible. But I think they're pretty. And we just need to change it up every once in a while. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to pull up your oracles. I already pulled these before the show. Let Miss Charlotte out here. Yeah, it looks like we've got just enough names left for one show on Monday, and they were all divided fairly equally. Yeah, I had to add one, so 4. Yeah, so a dozen. We're averaging about 10 or 11. We did 11 on Wednesday, not as many tonight, but that's about right. I'm not complaining. Still a good show. I just know that it's Friday and it's just been a long day. All right. So your chakra oracles, as a collective, this is what Spirit wants us to know tonight. You ready? All right. Dealing with vanity. This is an ego card. Dealing of your being a hothead and that you're all than that and that you can just solve everybody's problems. I'm better than everybody else. Vanity. How do you look at yourself? That's the ego taking over. Get your ego in check and say, step aside. Because as long as this is in the way, you're not going within and you're not solving anything. And you can't move forward. Perception. Understand, even if you say, it's not my ego. That's just my, well, that's your perception. But other people around you can see it. You may look at it a totally different way just because you're not ready. Your perception of yourself or the situation around you and other people is going to be totally different than somebody else's. They're really focusing on ego. One of the reasons we allow our ego to come forward very, very strong and to take over with anger, disappointment, and a controlling attitude is because of insecurity and just self-doubt and not knowing who you are. When you go within, all these 3 cards go away and your perception changes. So we've got some ego problems. There may be some people in here that still aren't willing to go deep into within themselves and finding out who they are as a sovereign child of the Creator and the power that you have within yourself and your own light. And basically, wow, your base card is enlightenment. If you can destroy these things or tell them to step aside, you will be very enlightened. And then your boundaries of things that are setting you back from moving forward now will go away. People are like, that's not possible. Yes, it is. Watch how people are growing in here. They never thought that they would, move to a spiritual level that they're at now. It's hard telling the ego to kind of go kiss your ass, but you do. You got to. Yeah, you heard me. I said it. All right. Your angel abundance oracle tonight. That's perfect. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. We've said that. You manifest and you speak as if I already have my abundance. I have my abundance in wealth, money. I have my abundance in health. I have my abundance in freedom, independence. I have my abundance with my beautiful spiritual collective family. It's mine and it's already here. So as long as we keep doing this self-doubt, egotistical perception of when's it going to happen? Well, it's never going to happen. It's always going to be out of your grip. We've got to, guys. I don't say that just for myself. I don't say it just for 1 or 2 people. We have to do it as a collective. Some people are ready, some people aren't. I know that may sound harsh. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay? Yes, abundance is way more than money. It is. All right? Now, I know the show wasn't as long as you were hoping, but it's as long as it needed to be for me. Okay? And I got to be the King of Cups sometimes too, and the Queen of Cups, and set boundaries as well. So I'm not scrubbing puke out of a carpet right now, so that's good. Neither is my daughter. We're not doing any of that. So, there's just a whole lot going on, and be patient with me. I went ahead and I could have canceled, but I didn't. I love you, and I felt your energy, and I knew once I got in here I would feel better. Just needed a minute. I am going to go get some rest, Jay. Thank you. And I know I have private messages to answer, but I will get to them when I get to them. And that's all I'm going to tell you. I will do what I need to do, and just be patient. All right. That's all I got to say about that. I send love and strength and love, light, and all of that to you guys as well. Always remember not only the love and light, but the ch and all that stuff. And Mr. Magic Mike here, he's been sick, under the weather all week, and is just glad to have the weekend off. So we're going to do family time and chill out and get babies back on their feet. Take a couple naps or 2. Or 4. And come to Kentucky Rolling Hills. I'm in West Virginia. My mountains make your hills look like molehills. So I'm happy right where I'm at. Besides, Joe's with you. And I don't have a parachute packed right now. All right. I love all y'all. And Monday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll do part 3. All right. We'll do part 3. We'll knock them out. All right. West Virginia is gorgeous. If we could get her financial stuff and all that drugs and all that out of here, we're going to be fine. I see the beauty and the potential in this state. I see it everywhere. All right. Y'all enjoy your weekend. If you need me, you can get a hold of me. It does not mean I'm going to respond right away, okay? If I get a minute, I will. I promise. All right? I love you. Y'all take care of yourselves. Blessings to all of you and all of your families. And enjoy your weekend. I will see you Monday morning, okay? Remember, love and light and some all that good stuff. Blessings. I love you. Yes. To all of you. Jonna, you're on the next list, honey, so Monday morning. I got you down. Don't worry. All right? All right, guys. Thank you for your prayers and your good energy. I appreciate it. Thank you.